Okay, and we're live. Chatarina. Hmm, hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot this. It's a folder that I had to delete. Here you are. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this later. Okay. Bro, NVIDIA broadcast is eating away my CPU. Hold on. What the hell? What? Am I using the right mic? Doesn't seem like it. Well, let me hear myself. Yo, what the? Okay. But I'm gonna have to disable yo, yo, yo. Okay. Let me see how my memories are being handled now. Okay. Seems a lot better now. Let me see how I'm sounding to you guys. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, what we're doing is okay, I still gotta fix it a bit more. Filter, there's the gate. So, yeah, sounds good to me. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about another thing to fix. Sheesh. I'm gonna. Where is it? Where is it? Holy shit. Shite. There we go. Okay. Seems to be good. To be good enough, at least. Right? Oh, my lights. Oh, yeah. Much better. Okay. So, let's just react to some videos while I'm mating. And then we're gonna play, okay?
In the town,
Oh shit, this loud.
in the town on the hill where the apples grow, and the church bells ring every hour or so. I took a little walk.
Let's see what this game's all about before we play.
Welcome to the first Descendant Ultimate Starter Guide, a video that has everything from A to Z. It'll cover all of the bits that you need to jump into the game and hit the ground running. And because this is a longer video, I'm not looking to waste any more of your time. Let's get started and kick things off with our roster of Descendants. Descendants are characters that you will play as in the game. These come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, with different playstyles, strengths, and weaknesses. There are some unlock requirements for each one, but the game does let you pick from 3 at the start: Lepic, Viessa, and Ajax. And let's start there with Lepic. So Lepic is your typical soldier character. He's going to specialize in grenades and comes with an arm launcher that can nuke and burn enemies. His
Okay.
passive trait gives him a special get out of jail free
So
card
the AoE
if you
guy?
take lethal
Yes.
damage. So it'll save your life, but it does have a long
Okay.
cooldown. Ajax is our tank. He's basically a Void Titan from Destiny. He can create shields to protect allies, and his passive allows him to accumulate
Okay,
Void
good way to
energy
put it.
when he takes damage. Once his Void energy hits a certain threshold, he consumes all of it to enhance his skills. Viessa is our Frost Mage.
Wait, hold
She
on, what?
consumes all his damage, protect allies, and his passive allows him to accumulate Void energy when he takes damage. Once his Void energy hits a certain threshold, he consumes all of it to enhance his skills. Viessa is our Frost Mage. She can freeze enemies and control the battlefield. Her passive allows her to summon ice spheres that orbit and deal damage to nearby enemies, so when you need crowd control, Viessa is a very, very good bet. Freyna is a poison caster. She has lower shields and health than others, but she can quickly inflict high amount of damage to groups of enemies with her
Okay.
poisons. She also has a castable shield that offsets her low defense and gives you a little bit of stoutness when you need it. And lastly, her
Yeah, she's
passive
gonna need it.
allows you to increase all damage to enemies afflicted with poison. Next, let's talk about Bunny, sort of the spokesperson or like poster child for this game. Bunny is essentially an Energizer rabbit. She's built to be constantly in motion, and all her
Actually,
skills
let me try
require you
something.
to be. As you move, you generate electricity, and this can be used to cast high damage skills. Her passive allows you to discharge electricity when you land after a double jump. Bunny has a pretty complex kit and requires a little getting used to, but she is a very high damage character. Sharon is a trickster assassin, and her playstyle revolves around camouflage and ambushing enemies with electric attacks. She can deal large amounts of damage if the enemy is targeting another player, so if you're a rogue type of person, be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, if you like turrets, Jaber is for you. So he can summon a healing turret and a damage turret. His passive is a good one, so if you have both of your turrets summoned at once, which most of the time you probably do, he gets an extra damage increase. Blair is a fire specialized chef who excels
Fuck,
at
I missed
dealing
it. Sorry,
damage
guys.
for you. So he can deal large playstyle with a variable jump damage. Wire and inner bunny allows you and gives you a little
Okay.
bit of stoutness when you need it.
Let's see.
And lastly, her passive allows you to increase all damage to enemies afflicted with poison. Next, let's talk about Bunny, sort of the spokesperson or like poster child for this game. Bunny is essentially an Energizer rabbit. She's built to be constantly in motion, and all her skills require you to be. As you move, you generate electricity, and this can be used to cast high damage skills. Her passive allows you to discharge electricity when you land after a double jump. Bunny has a pretty complex kit and requires a little getting used to, but she is a very high damage character. Sharon is a trickster assassin, and her playstyle revolves around camouflage and ambushing enemies with electric
Okay,
attacks.
I like that.
She can deal large amounts of damage if the enemy is targeting another player, so if you're a rogue type of person, be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, if you like turrets, Jaber is for you. So he can summon a healing turret and a damage turret.
Yeah,
His
sometimes I like
passive is
the
a good
third
one,
guy.
so if you have both of your turrets summoned at once, which most of the time you probably do, he gets an extra damage increase. Blair is a fire specialized chef who excels at dealing damage over time. His passive increases his critical hit damage to burned enemies, and his critical hit chance increases depending on the number of, quote, stoves that are deployed. Now, stoves are AoE hotspots that will deal damage to nearby enemies and inflict them with burn. These are applied whenever you use certain skills.
Okay.
Glay is an interesting character. So she has minimal defense and low health, but her skills allow her to go berserk and siphon health from nearby enemies. Her playstyle is very Jekyll and Hyde, and you'll need to
There's
know
a
when
lot
to
of me here.
berserk and when to return to normal in order to maximize her strengths. Now, if you love water and you love massive AoE damage, then Valby is right up your alley. She's going to deal range damage, she can place puddles to teleport between, and has a big skill called Laundry Bomb that'll pull in enemies and apply a debuff to them. Now, her passive reduces her mana consumption as long as she's standing in water, so that's a plus. Now, she isn't nearly as tough as her tanky counterparts, but she also isn't quite a glass cannon either. Kyle is one built for Magneto fans. Kyle's your guy. He can cast magnetic fields to block attacks. He can build a special resource called Magnetic Force that serves as a buffer before his health or shields are consumed. And he can also fly. So, for those of you that liked Anthem back in the day, Kyle's probably going to be your go-to. We
Yeah, I'm
also
liking
have
Kyle.
3 unreleased Descendants that we've seen in various trailers, cinematics, and key art. The first one is Asimo.
Sure.
He seems like
This
he's
one
a
with the whip.
brawler type of role. We see him ripping an enemy apart in the trailer. Now, this isn't confirmed, but it's just what we see from the clip. Next is Enzo. Again, not confirmed what his role
Kyle
is,
is
but we
cool.
do see him in the trailer using a hand cannon,
Também.
ripping through enemies. Then we see him again with a mech hawk looking shield thing on his shoulder, so not really sure what his role will end up being. He might be an engineer along with Jaber. And lastly, we have Yujin. This character looks like a support type of role. He has a similar look to Valby, he looks sort of like a medic, and I think he might be the first outright healer that we have on the roster. Then we have our Ultimate Descendants. Ultimate Descendants are special variants of existing Descendants, but they come with a unique look and increased stats. So far, we know
Okay.
of 5.
The
Lepik,
paging version, probably.
Viesa, Ajax, Bunny, and Glay. So next, let's talk about the world of First Descendant, starting with Albion. Albion is the town hub for all
Do uma
things
mesma criança.
Descendant. Here, you can interact with vendors, progress the main story, launch side missions, group activities, check your mail, and store items in your vault. You're going to be spending a lot of time in Albion, so get familiar with where things are laid out and some of the shortcuts that exist throughout the city.
Okay, so that's the main city.
Outside
Kind
of
of like
Albion, we
Destiny.
have 8 biomes to explore. These will vary in appearance, enemies, and content. The main story will take you through each one of them, but at first, you'll be exploring Kingston to get things started. Now, out in the world, you're going to
Okay,
run
so
across
kind of like
a
this
few
and kind of
things
like
you can
Monster
interact
Hunter.
with: chests, public events, and missions. So world missions are like patrols. You can activate them by interacting with these floating devices. These will start the mission, and other players can join in at any time. These missions will grant some rewards as well as progress the main story. Now, some of these world missions
I
are
thought the
tied
video
into
had
special
frozen.
side quests that'll unlock certain weapons, descendants, or give you rare materials. So be sure to look at the rewards to find the one you're after and make sure you're spending your time wisely. Then there are also some missions that encourage you to group up. Now, from my experience, you don't have
Okay.
to play with other people, but if you
But it's
do
faster.
want to, there will be matchmaking available for these. And the
Okay.
nice thing is, you don't have to wait to start the mission. There's a join in progress that'll put players with you wherever you are on the current objective. And not to be
Nice.
confused with group missions, we also have group content, which
Okay.
is special instance content that can be launched from NPCs in Albion. So let's go ahead and change gears and explore those next. So, number 1, out of the gate, the devs did recommend collecting as many Descendants as you can, which is sort of a no-brainer that makes a lot of sense. But for those of you out there who
Yeah,
were
that's kinda
very
obvious.
specific and like only wanted to play Blair or Bunny, for instance, it's good just to get a variety because that's going to play well into all of the other end-game systems. Because something that they mentioned in each and every one of these is that you need to have a good variety for your team. Certain Descendants will do better at certain modes, and having
Sure, of
that
course.
Descendant active and available is going to make life a little bit easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into the first one. This is sort of the newer one that they talked about, and those are dungeons, aka infiltrations. So infiltrations are specialized missions. There's 2 per zone for a grand total of 16. And each
Okay.
infiltration
That's
is
a
going to
lot.
come with 2 difficulties, normal and hard. Now, the normal difficulty is just that. You're basically playing through the mission on normal, trying to farm out some rewards. But as you shift gears and you
Okay, that was
unlock
a shitty
hard mode,
explanation.
which unlocks as you progress the story, you're going to be able to earn more rewards. Now, the rewards for these missions are going to be changed at regular intervals, so you don't need to farm a specific mission for a specific
Okay,
reward.
that's
If there's a
nice.
particular infiltration that you really don't like, then you can just
I really
wait
have
for
this
that
problem with
reward
other
to
games that
cycle
like
off of that infiltration
this
and
content
onto a
gives out
different
this
one.
reward,
Now,
so
we
you
did
have
get
to
an
farm this
example of
content
these
over and
rewards.
over
We
if you
can
want to
see
play
in
a
the
specific
screenshot here
character,
for
and that
Biolab.
sucks.
Starting from left to right, we have a rare weapon, we have a rare component, and then we have a variety of mods ranging from rare, which is purple, ultimate, which is yellow, and transcendent, which is that reddish orange. Now, over on the right-hand side,
Okay.
you can see that we have a selected reward. So we do have some
Nice.
deterministic stuff here where we can click and select one of those. Then we also, underneath that, have select more options. Now, these select more options
Which is
are
probably modifiers.
to make this mission even more difficult.
Yep.
So you can go through and select as many or as few of those as you would like, including you could just leave them all blank if you want to just go in kind of vanilla. Now, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to make it particularly harder on yourself? Well, the reason being is as you're going through and you're clearing out these missions,
score
these
increaser.
infiltrations, you're going to
multiplier,
accrue
right?
points. And the points that you accrue are going to determine the rewards that you will get, or bonus rewards that you will get. And by activating more of these modifiers, you're going to get more points per kill, which will allow you to hit those point thresholds much easier. So this is just another way to go through and make life a little bit easier in terms of unlocking rewards and getting the things you need, but obviously more difficult because look at these. You're reducing your health by 10%, your firearm attack by 10%, your defense by 10%. So feel free to experiment with these and find the best.
Basically nerfing yourself 10%
so let's go
in
ahead
every
and let's change gears
aspect.
And let's flip over to the second thing they talked about, and that is special operations. Now, special operations, these are called incursions in the last technical test, and there are going to be 8 of them at launch. But of those 8, they cover 3 different types. So that's blocking Kuiper mining, resource defense, and neutralizing void experiments. So Kuiper mining, you're going to need to kill enemies
like the open world stuff
in order to clear that
Destiny.
wave. Once that wave is cleared, more enemies and
I
more
doubt
difficult
that
enemies will begin to
challenging
spawn.
or fun enough.
Once that wave is cleared, a more difficult wave comes, so on and so forth, until you reach a point where you just simply cannot win. At that point, the incursion will end and you'll gather your rewards. And the second one is resource defense. Here, you're going to protect a target from enemies for a certain period of time. As you continue to battle waves of enemies, you're going to need to protect that target for a longer period of time.
Basically the same thing.
And this cycle is going to repeat until again you fail.
The last one.
And then lastly, we have neutralize void experiment. So there's going to be these little bombers, which are these little kind of creatures with bombs on their backs.
This is different at least.
And you need to go and kill them while also surviving enemy assaults. So it's going to be waves of enemies you're going to have to clear and work through as you're trying to get to those bombers to complete your objective. Just like the previous 2, it's going to get more and more difficult until you fail. The whole point of this is to try to last as long as possible and progress by killing enemies and completing objectives, which will then earn you rewards. The devs did say that these are more of the challenging missions in the game, and I would agree.
Really?
When I did these during the technical test, they ramped up in terms of difficulty very, very quickly. The first couple waves were okay, but then the scaling after that was insane. We quickly were overrun, outnumbered, and just destroyed. I think we lasted 4 or 5 waves, and then after that, we were just ground to dust. So if you're looking for something challenging, this is one to go for. Next, we have Void Intercept. So here, these are basically just giant boss battles. Void Intercept, we've had these since the first beta that we've had access to, and they're continuing to grow over time. So these boss battles, they bring unique mechanics to the fold. You're going to have to use specific strategies in order to defeat them. And this is really where the dev team hammered home the concept of bring a variety of Descendants each run to make sure that you have everything you need, whether that's clearing out AoE, whether that's single target damage,
it is supposed to be
crowd control, protection, defense, all of those different things. You don't want to just run in there with a glass cannon team because they account for that, and some of these bosses will absolutely crush that team to dust. So making sure to bring a varied team is what you want to do. Now, why do you want to run Void Intercepts? What's different between the other 2? Well, Void Intercepts are a fantastic place to farm for materials to unlock Descendants and ultimate weapons. We've seen this during the technical test and the betas. This is the spot you would go to
farm these motherfuckers to unlock characters.
Unlock materials, Glay unlock materials, Blair unlock materials. All of the different Descendants have at least one material tied to Void Intercepts, so this is a system you definitely do not want to skip out on. Now that we've talked about the group content, let's talk about how we can use all of the loot that we got during those runs, starting with equipment.
Shit, that was all?
So first, let's talk about our weapons that we'll be able to find and equip. Like those other games, these do come in a variety of flavors. We have Common, Rare, Ultimate, and Transcendent. Common is gray, Rare is purple, Ultimate is yellow, and Transcendent is red. Now,
Okay.
my personal opinion, I really wish they would have stuck with the regular array of colors here, where
Yeah.
common is
Me too.
gray, rare is blue, ultimate is purple, and transcendent is yellow, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's
It
not a
is
huge
what
deal.
it is.
Now, every weapon will have a baseline stat system. You have DPS, attack,
Yeah,
magazine
the
size,
basic.
and fire rate.
Okay, and a
But
couple of
rare
substats.
weapons and up come with extra affixes to look for. Now, these are bonus stats that'll help
And
make
are
the
they
weapon more
randomized or what?
valuable. They can be increases to things like baseline stats, like an attack or a magazine size, or they can be bonuses to secondary stats, like elemental damage.
Sure.
Now, ultimate is when things take a step even further. Here you have a special effect that's tied to the weapon. Now, not
Okay.
all ultimates will have special effects, but some do, and this is where you'll start to see them. These can give things like buffs to yourself or your party, or they can inflict enemies with a specific
So you
debuff.
really
There
got
are a
inspired by
range of different
Destiny, huh?
effects. Some will synergize well with your chosen descendant, others may not. So the question is, how can you easily tell if your ultimate weapon has a unique effect or not? Well, you can always check the tooltip,
Didn't
or
you
you
just
can
show
check
us?
on the right-hand side of your weapon image. If you see 3
Okay.
dots, then it does. Now, these unique
That's 4
effects can be
dots.
enhanced by consuming
What?
another weapon that has a unique
What the
effect,
fuck's this
sort of
video?
a cannibalism type thing. This enhancement will increase your stats, and you can even take your previously enhanced weapon and carry that progress over to a higher level one in the future, so you're not wasting any of
Oh,
that
nice.
enhancement investment that you've put into that weapon.
For
Now,
sure, there has
next
to be
is
a loss
Transcendent
on
rarity.
the
So we don't have
transfer
too
of
many details on this
upgrades.
rarity quite yet, but we do know that they come with a higher range of affixes than previous rarities, and they'll also have a unique effect as well. So we have seen a
Okay.
couple of these in previous betas, but I believe they're all tied to components or even a reactor. So it's not necessarily something like, whoa, we know everything about Transcendence, but we do know that it is a rarity that's coming. So you probably have the question, great, I have all these piles of loot. What do I do with all the spare weapons do I have? Do I just throw them away? Actually, no. You use them in what's known as a transmission process. This is going to allow you to take higher level weapons that you don't really care for and then consume them, similar to the ultimate enhancement process, to increase the rank of the weapon that you want. So for instance, let's say you have a level
Okay, so
1
use
scout
them
rifle
as
that you really
just
like, and you
feeding
have a level
material,
6 shotgun that you're like,
as the XP
not
or
really for me.
whatever.
You can sacrifice the level 6 shotgun to then boost the rank of your level 1, your favorite level 1 weapon, and that'll increase its damage and its stats. The only requirement is a consumable material called a phase exchanger that you can actually craft yourself from materials that you earn from dismantling weapons. So at a high level, that's how
Pretty
weapons
simple,
work in the first
to be
Descendant.
honest.
You go
To be
get the
honest.
weapons you want, you break down the weapons you don't want, and you can either break them down and dismantle them into parts to then craft phase exchangers, or you can use them as consumption material in order to upgrade the weapons that you do have. So let's talk about the other pieces of equipment that we have. Those are components and reactors. So think of components like trinkets or gadgets. You can equip 4 of these, and they provide a variety of stats, things like increased resistances, maximum health, firepower, etc. But they also come in sets. If you manage to get 2
Okay,
or
the
4
usual.
of a matching set, then you're going to unlock extra bonuses.
Set bonus.
So for
yeah.
example, here we have a set bonus for the Supernova set that grants extra electric power when 2 are equipped, and then a more powerful effect when all 4 are equipped. Now, weapons are how you dish out the damage, but components are really kind of a huge part of being able to actually make your character go. They're sort of the back end for building out a character, whereas weapons are the front end
Yeah,
that are going to kind
usual
of take that
stuff.
power
I
that
mean,
you're
if you
building
played
with
any
components and
MMO,
then
you
dish it
know,
out to enemies.
you know how it works.
So components, they're a drop from Void Intercept battles, which are
Pretty
boss
standard.
arenas, and different bosses will drop a different set. So there's going to be some bosses you want to do more than others, depending on what Descendant you're trying to main. Outside of components and weapons, we have reactors. These are items that increase the power of Descendant skills. Each reactor has a skill type that supports it, and because of that, there are some that will match super well with certain characters, and others that are virtually useless. For instance, you can have a reactor that dishes out ice damage and helps increase all of your ice skills. That's not going to be very useful to Blair, who is a fire-based Descendant. but it'll be way useful
Don't you
for a
say
descendant
so.
like Viessa, who deals primarily ice damage. The same goes for all the other
The fuck am I
descendants. So
watching?
being able to kind of pick and choose what reactors are
making me
going to work
sleepy.
and understand these will work for this type of descendant.
Oh, the
and not
fact that
for
I only
this
slept 2 hours doesn't
now,
help
these
as well.
reactors are going to boost your base stats along with specific skill power types like I mentioned. These can be optimized if you manage to reach a certain condition. This condition can range from multiple different things. The example we see here is that it requires a specific weapon to be equipped. And if it is,
Okay.
it'll increase your skill power by 160%
basically a set
instead of
bonus.
100%. So these are the little things to watch out for when it comes to components and reactors. You want to make sure you're optimizing your reactor as best you can to get all of the juice that you possibly can out of it. Whereas components,
Huh.
if you can mix and match them to create a really, really cool set or get a set bonus out of them, then that's going to be more beneficial than just throwing on 4 random ones.
Of course.
So one last thing. Reactors can also be upgraded to improve their stats. So what you see here isn't always what you get. You will be able to spend some consumable items in order to improve their power, just like virtually any other piece of equipment that we've talked about. Now that we
Okay.
know what equipment looks
Another
like,
pistol
let's
level.
talk about the module system. Modules
What?
are
There's
used
more?
to outfit your descendant to do all kinds of interesting things. It can augment your melee ability, it can provide you
Okay.
with base
Now we're
stats,
talking.
and you can do the same thing with your weapons. Now let's dive in and explore this system a little bit further, starting with Mastery Rank. So when you unlock and use one of your descendants, you're going to build up something called mastery experience over time. When you fill up your mastery bar, you can return to town, Albion, and you can perform a mastery rank up. And if you reach a point where you're going through a
It's
mission
kind of a skill
and
tree.
your
Please be a
mastery
skill
bar
tree.
is full, but you need to continue doing what you're doing, you don't have to worry about losing any experience. It just rolls over into the next mastery rank.
Okay.
Now, once you improve your mastery rank, you do get some pretty nice bonuses. You get increased module slots, which we'll get to, module capacity, and inventory and storage slots for equipment, giving you a chance to carry even more stuff, which in a looter shooter is always good. So that's what goes into the mastery process for Descendants. It's incredibly straightforward and easy to understand.
It seems more
Use the
like
Descendant, reach a point where you can level
armor
up your
mods on
mastery,
Destiny, but
and then get
they
all those
fix to your
benefits from
character
it.
instead of the
But
equipment.
let's talk about how we can take
To
advantage
be honest,
of
that's
those
what
new
kind of
benefits
seems like to
with
me.
something called modules. So modules are items that you can attach to your weapons and your
Yeah,
descendants in order to increase their
exactly
stats.
that.
Now these are
Okay.
specific to certain weapons and descendants, so you do need to match
It's exactly
the type
that.
in order to use them. So please keep that in mind. Now for weapons, you can equip 6 modules each, which honestly is quite a bit. To view the modules, you just
Yeah,
have to
it is.
hover over the tooltip and then open the modules to see them. And then from here, you can set a preset for each weapon name. Now this is a little weird, but essentially what this means is if you
Yeah,
have
got
a
it.
level 1 Devil's Call SMG, and then you find a level 9 Devil's Call SMG,
You do have the
it'll
same
retain
modules.
the same modules, so you don't need to move anything around,
Okay, makes
which makes
sense.
life a little bit easier,
If you
especially
roll well.
if you're constantly switching weapons around.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you
Sure.
equip a module, you're going to see those applied values on the left, and this gives you sort of a total impact of all of your modules, and that helps you sort of make good decisions, knowing if this module is going to be a net positive or maybe even a net negative. Now, when it comes to
Why
Descendant,
would the
you do
module
have
be
6
net negative?
module slots, but you also have something called a skill module and a sub module. Now, skill modules are going to modify how your skills actually work. So, for instance,
Nice.
we can see hypothermia here. This is going to swap VS's Ice Shackle debuff to something called Ice Needle, which ultimately just swaps your crowd control for a damage over time debuff. Now, sub-modules will
Okay.
allow you to perform different melee attacks, so you do have to slot these in order to actually melee. These will also change how melee works. So here's an
Huh.
example of Shock Punch for you to see exactly how this thing kind of stacks up. Now, just like weapons and components, you can also dismantle and enhance modules, which is great. There's a lot of layers of progression
Lovely.
in this game, and really,
Yeah.
this is just another
You
one.
really
of them.
made it grindy,
When
huh?
you break down unneeded modules, you're going to
Really
get
did.
something called Cooper shards. These can be used to enhance modules, as well as gold.
Can I
You
craft
have to
them?
have a gold currency in order to do that as well. Now, increasing or enhancing these
Or I gotta loot
modules will
them.
increase
Probably
the
loot
stats,
them, huh?
but it'll also increase the capacity cost, meaning it's going to eat up more space in your module capacity, which may cause you to have to make some sacrificial choices. Do you want
That's
to
kinda
increase
dumb.
the stats and therefore capacity of this particular module, knowing and understanding that you might not be able to equip a different module that you had targeted.
I don't like
Who
that.
knows? It's going to come
don't
down
like
to
that.
your build, your playstyle, and your preferences. So next we need to talk about mod sockets and mod types.
It's a dumb choice.
So for mod
The fact
sockets,
that you level
just
up
like
a
in
module and
Warframe,
you
if
get
you match a mod socket
disadvantage
type
from
to a
leveling
mod
it up.
socket, then it's going to reduce its capacity
These
cost.
males
You
like
can use
poor
this to your
balancing
advantage to equip more modules.
knowledge from
You
them.
can see a screenshot here as to how this sort of works. Red is bad and means it's going to be an increased cost because it's not matching, whereas green is good and it's going to give you a reduced cost because you're playing along and you're matching the type to the socket. Now, modules do have some restrictions, like I mentioned. You can only equip one module of the same group, meaning you can't equip a lot of attack modules. You can equip one attack module, and then from there,
To
one
diversify,
accuracy module,
normal.
so on and so forth. You can also only equip as many modules as your capacity allows, which, remember, is determined by your mastery rank or by acquiring a crafted material called energy activators. Energy activators can be crafted through your research requests. We have two topics left to cover. One is the battle pass and how that whole thing works, so we'll cover that.
Okay.
And then I'll leave you guys with a list of my favorite descendants that I think would be awesome as starter descendants for people just getting into the game.
Okay, sure. Fine to me.
So the battle pass for the first Descendant is very much what we see in other free-to-play games, and it looks like it mirrors Destiny pretty closely. You have a premium track and a free track. Both of these contain resource items, boosts, and a free ultimate weapon. Now the premium pass gets the weapon immediately, while the free pass gets it much later on. I didn't see anything egregious like with the paint system, so it's neither a high or low for me. This is just a traditional, typical battle pass that we see in free-to-play games these days.
Painting customization
Now,
system
shop
in this
prices,
game is
this
a
is going to be
scam.
something that I know a lot of people are going to ask questions
Fucking
about.
scam.
The prices of shop items, we don't really have a context for them. Some things are 750 caliber, some things are 1250 caliber, some things are 225 caliber. We don't know how expensive or cheap these are because we don't know the price per caliber yet. And because we don't know that, we have nothing to base this around, so we have no context around
Does caliber drop on the game?
So until we know what caliber is going to cost, we can't really speak as to whether these things are expensive
Probably not,
or cheap.
huh?
To wrap this up, I'm going to leave you guys with a list of 4 Descendants that might be really good starting ones based upon their kit, as well as my experience with them during all of the different technical tests that I've been a part of.
Let's see.
First, we're going to start with Freyna, the Poison
Yeah,
Descendant.
I thought so.
She is fantastic for group clear, and with her ultimate ability, she has insane burst damage. If you're somebody who really likes to wipe out large groups of enemies, Freyna is one that you want to look for.
And most of the content seems to be group enemies, so she's probably
perfect
super
for
good.
protecting the team with shields and making sure that you guys last a little bit longer or withstand a barrage of attacks if you're doing group content.
Okay.
Jaber is a great addition to the team for both his healing and his off DPS using his turrets. Don't sleep on him, because even when those things are on cooldown, he's still able to push out some decent damage with his ultimate. And lastly, we have Sharon. She has incredibly high burst damage, and she can blow through health bars incredibly fast. So everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the Ultimate Starter Guide for the first Descendant, and you learned something.
We got another 5-minute
whether
video.
It's one thing or everything,
and then we're getting into the game.
As long as it was valuable to you, it's valuable to me. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Vulcan, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
What's good, folks? What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a first Descendant video, more like an introduction to what the game actually is. Now, for those who don't know, this is the newest looter shooter RPG type of game that is launching on July 2nd, this Tuesday. And during the weekend, you can pre-download the game just to prepare. Now, for the people who've been living under a rock, First Descendant is more of a mixed bag between Warframe, Destiny 2, and a little bit of Borderlands, with really attractive characters, because it's a Korean game.
How can
Now, for those
Borderlands being
hearing
there?
it's a Korean game, you're already
Just 'cause,
thinking to
it's a looter
yourselves,
shooter?
it's gonna be pay to win. Well, from what I've played, the game is free to play friendly, so you can farm everything without spending a single dime. However, they're going to be microtransactions, a bunch of skins,
Oh, of
battle
course.
passes, and
That's
if you don't
the
want to farm
usual.
any of the gear or descendants, you could just outright buy them. Pretty much similar to what Warframe has. And
Yeah.
from all that I've played, unfortunately, there isn't any player-to-player trading. So you're just gonna have to wait and see if they're ever willing to implement such a thing. Now,
Yeah,
you're
they
gonna be
won't.
hearing a lot of comparisons between other games because this is more of an amalgamation of every single looter shooter that you've
the
played.
hell?
So what exactly is the first Descendant as a game? Now you're gonna have these characters called Descendants. So you do not make your own character, but you play as characters, and you collect these
Okay,
characters
it's
by
gonna be
doing missions
way too
and
basic.
unlocking them.
I don't wanna know. I don't wanna listen to this shit. Let's just play the fucking game, shall we? Let's see if this shit is fun. At least fun. That don't really think it's gonna be. When I watched Asmund play a couple of months ago, it seemed fun, but now when I watch some YouTube footage, either the guy fucked up his recording or the game is clunky as fuck. Now let's see. Let's see what we think of the game. Okay. Oh man, it's probably gonna be so fucking loud. Forgot to adjust the volume before starting the stream. Holy, my camera is getting fucked up. Oh no. I'm super delayed. Bro, I hate this Logitech software that I have to use. That's so fucking loud, dude. I'm probably gonna put it in ultra high priority so that shit doesn't happen again. Hold on. Properties, nah. There's no performance. Startup user details. Details. There we go. Yeah. I agree with all of this shit. You have to agree. It's not like I have another choice, right? So, fuck it. Whatever. Any, mini, money, may. Okay, hopefully the cam won't lag anymore. Okay. Options. Oh yeah, I gotta put the game on the game audio. Hold on. Holy, it is super loud. Okay. Okay. It's a one. What the hell? That's it. Pretty much it. Performance. Maximum frame rate. Medium. Motion blur off. Physics medium as well. Okay, let's try this shit out. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Bro, my webcam is fucking me over. I hate this fucking webcam, dude. I hate it. Yeah, let's just do like this, huh? Okay, now I don't have to use the software, right? Okay. Seem to be smooth. Gotta put some filters out. This shit looks ass. Okay, I'll fix it next time. Let's just play the fucking game. Ooh, it's 0 delay now. What the fuck? Holy shit, my mic was blown off. I didn't even notice. Preparing shaders, yeah, I installed the game on the fucking HDD, so it's gonna suffer a bit. That's for show. For show. Oh yeah, Machado Arena. Fuck me. There you go. There you go. What the hell? This shit gonna take that long to load every time? Is it just first time thing? Bro, that's ass. Ass. Ain't no way. If I knew it was gonna be this shitty, I would just put it on my SSD. Fuck me. Fuck me, dude. From 40% to done? Okay.
I saw everything. The connection between two worlds. About a century ago, humans were defeated by the Vulgus. Invaders from the other world. Then came the Colossi.
Isn't
They
the audio
destroyed
like
everything.
3 seconds ahead of the subtitles in the view?
Humans resisted until they could no
I'm
longer.
gonna skip this shit. They clearly didn't put any effort on it. I'm just gonna skip, to be honest. Like, no effort from them, no effort from me. It's pretty simple.
According to the investigative corps, the Ironheart is in the ruins.
Okay. Is it every time I... No, okay.
I'll go. I just need to blow up everybody except Bunny,
Okay,
right?
so he's the grenade guy. This is the tank guy. This one was
Seems like
what?
my kind of job. Wouldn't it be easier if I
Oh,
just
the
froze
ice
everything?
girl. Okay, no. I'm probably just going
Leave it
Ajax.
to me. Defense is my forte.
Yeah, I know, little bud. I know. Let's see.
So, do you know what the
Trying to
heart looks
fucking
like?
cutscene, to be honest.
We'll know when we see it.
Okay, doesn't seem like I have a stamina bar. Seems like you can just
I'll
run
take the
forever
lead.
and ever.
As you wish.
Whoa! What the heck?
Okay, there's a double jump.
What's going on? All
What
operatives
the-
report.
Oh, fuck me.
We almost died. I'm okay, by the way.
Roger that. Resume operation.
Okay, he's a third-person
Our path's
shooter.
been cut off. We better find
My
a way
Q,
around.
my shield, my F is my punch. And I have
Wait, Bunny.
3 weapons. Okay.
I should go first.
Well,
Vulgus. Engaging.
what the hell is that
What?
like?
I'll come help.
That
Nothing
sensibility
I
is
can't
kind of high,
handle.
to be honest.
I'll be there soon.
Whew.
Okay, he's a bunny.
Glad you're safe.
I'm just getting warmed up.
No need to brag. Come on, let's keep going.
I'm coming. What the
Whoa.
hell?
What is all this?
Okay, that's cool. Already a cutscene? Okay, teach me about the double jump. I already knew. And this is the shit. That's a short range. Okay. 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 There we go. Why does it slow down sometimes? I don't get it. Like not the game, but the grapple's slow sometimes, but sometimes it's just fast. But I'm not gonna watch it. If you guys don't put in effort, I want to. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, that texture loading was just because of the HDD for sure.
Where's
The
that
whole
coming from?
act.
I have synchronized with your consciousness.
Okay, hold on.
Focus on the heart. It must not be captured.
Let me just lock the shit to 60 first. And then I gotta change my sensitivity. Where do I do that? Oh no, 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 no. You're fine. You're way too much. Yes, much better now. There we go. Oops, wrong key. Okay, okay, okay. Control to roll. Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh,
I have to. Oh no. I have to walk through the object to get it. Like, but it's so old design. Just F button to perform. Okay, the melee attack. Swing my firearm. Okay, okay, I get it. There's a special punch and a normal punch, just like Destiny. Pretty basic stuff. Do I have like a stamina for this? No. C to void walk. Z to... okay. V to not... what?
You are under the influence of your unconscious mind.
Okay, I got confused now.
Test your limits.
what is this power?
There we go.
This is your true form.
Step away.
Okay, pretty simple stuff.
It's been a while since your last report. Have you regrouped with Bunny?
I won't
need
come play
confirmation.
on the NPCs because I'm on the tutorial, so it makes sense they are super
I have
easy, right?
arrived at the rendezvous point.
No
Bunny,
rendezvous.
report your location. Bunny, report.
This is the guy that kills us in the beta, right? Okay. Okay.
You want a piece
Okay.
of me?
Okay, isn't that part yellow already? Now I gotta hold it until he stops, and then I can just mash. Okay, I get it.
Let's go! It's not over yet! Now's our chance! Finish it!
I'm trying, hon. Hold on a little. There we go. Okay. I'm going to the city now. Sure. And the shader loading process started again from the place it left. What the hell? So many weird shits. So many weird choices. Like why? Oh. Is it gonna connect out of nowhere? Probably, right? I already unlocked that achievement. Okay. And why did it give me the achievement on the middle of the shader loading? Shouldn't it give me a date to start it before it happened or after it happened? Isn't that weird? Like, what? Maybe I'm kind of being too rough with the game just because it didn't slap well, but smells like hot garble to me, to be honest.
Descendant, follow my voice.
Okay.
I
Follow
need
your
your
voice.
help. Humanity requires my help. I can find the Ironheart.
Okay.
Enzo, did you hear that voice?
Yeah, I heard it too, Bunny. I need to
I
explain
guess
the
it's on the
situation to
purple
Alpha.
place.
You should go and get treated.
What? Can't Alpha hear the
The
guy's
amount
voice?
of Ajax
I don't hear
Ajax
nothing
is
at all.
playing is crazy.
It seems to only be linked to active descendants. Now, are there any other descendants who have had contact with the guide?
To those descendants who have connected to me,
A system that can find the Ironheart. What is it exactly? Alpha, it looks like the guide is speaking
Okay.
to another descendant nearby. I've uploaded the details of the conversation to the command
Can I go
console.
through here? Probably, right?
Based on
Hopefully.
this, the guide seems to be more AI than spiritual being.
AI.
Any descendant who's been contacted by the guide, please report to HQ immediately. I didn't expect you.
Buddy, you'll need to equip a new suit before you leave. I've already notified the Ordnance Department.
Press G to open the
The
open
new
world.
suit. It won't be taken out of my pay, right?
It will be deducted from your pay, naturally.
Okay, I have to go there
Damn
now.
it.
Do we have new shader loading? Or not? Yeah, I thought so. What the hell is going on? Hopefully this will end soon. Because if not, I'm just gonna go back to bed and deal with this tomorrow when I wake up, to be honest. Why didn't you unpack all the shaders at once from the beginning? Now I could just play like every normal game does. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. Okay. Let's keep the cutscenes at least. I'll always press F instead of EV. Always.
Thank you for all your hard work during the operation to retrieve the...
Holy texture.
Descendant, be careful. Vulgar signals are being detected from inside the communication center.
Okay. Oh.
Quickly, destroy their comms. These bastards.
What the hell?
This doesn't feel like a simple raid.
They talk.
They seem to be after this place.
No.
I detect arcade. A descendant has arrived.
The name of the enemy is Greg.
Lord Carell. This is
His name is fucking Greg.
Eliminate the descendant.
What the hell, dude? What do I have to do now? Okay. Fucking Greg, dude. Fucking Greg. What the? There we go. Oh, my skills are locked now. Okay, you were in Greg. So where is it?
Loading.
Descendant. All networks within Kingston are
Okay.
currently down. The emergency communicator.
Satisfactory
Order to
enough.
reach the communications repeater. We need to secure this base first. They'll be attacking from all sides using their assault ship and transmission devices. Proceed with caution.
I just have to kill him now?
I just got here. What's going on? Kingston being invaded?
You're
Hi,
here,
Bunny.
Bunny. Good. Kingston's entire network has been knocked out by the
There's a
Vulcan's
different
attack.
character. Well, it's
What?
dead
How
anyway.
are we going to communicate? You guys can't use these seeds.
Okay, level.
We can manage short-distance communications,
Leveling,
but
leveling,
not long
leveling.
distance. We need the emergency
Grinding,
communicator
grinding,
back
grinding.
online.
Ah, so that's why HQ has been so quiet. I'll check on the other outpost. Where am I going?
That's why HQ has been so quiet.
to the base
Yeah,
in the
hon.
theater
What did you expect?
You got it.
Oops.
Headed there now.
Oops. Hello there. Okay. Do I have other weapons? Yeah, I do. Okay. What the hell? Doesn't have any recoil, any loading, nothing. Okay, tell me again, why shouldn't I just use this weapon?
All
then?
gates have been blocked. And it looks like we've lost all our soldiers.
Damn it. Vulgus bastards.
Okay, I get it
I'll
now.
try to go around.
I'll leave you to it. We'll join you once the communications repeater has been reactivated.
What?
That
Okay, there
stopped
we
the
go.
gunfire. You should be able to enter the communications relay base.
Okay, unlock the module system. Pretty simple shit. Pretty simple stuff. Now you're telling me to do this?
Find the communications repeater in this building. Once it's reactivated, we can use the last of the remaining communicators.
Sure. Okay, it's one of those.
Vulgus forces have managed to infiltrate this far in. Protect the repeater until it's fully reactivated.
Okay. I should have known it was gonna be one of those. What? Okay. There's a big boy coming, I guess. And that's a suicide guy, if I ever seen one. Bro, that punch animation looks so bad.
No.
This game lacks impact. That's the problem.
Enemy commander spotted. If we take him out, the rest will give up and retreat.
Okay. There's the guy that I gotta take care of. There we go. Didn't it just say they were going to retreat? Did I miss something? Oh, there was a guy over here.
No.
What about now? Okay, time's gonna be over.
It's done. The communications repeater has been restarted. Now, let's hope the last
Bro,
emergency
shit is
communicator is still
tense.
intact. Descendants, they're aiming for the emergency communicator. You have to hurry.
The enemies in the surveillance zone, okay.
Loading. Shields are down. Need to be recharged.
Insufficient rounds? What the? Oh, okay. I thought I had taken damage.
Loading.
To be honest, I expected a little more of this game.
Out.
What the? Can I shoot through it? Oh, I can. And that's so busted. Oh, they can too.
Shield.
Okay, I already got my ammo back.
Reload.
Okay.
Oh, we almost lost the last one. Okay, Descendant, you should join Bunny at the theater outpost. I'll send a sit rep to HQ with the emergency communicator. Wait, Vulgar signals are spiking. What the hell?
There they are.
Descendant. But my work here is already complete. All forces, extract the ancestors'
Or
data.
the enemy name is Greg.
Transfer it to my command center. I will personally deliver it to Lord
Was
Carell.
the fucking translator that they had this idea,
Vulgar
dude?
signals are coming from the Magister lab. Isn't that HQ's target? Oh, this isn't good. I need to report this to Alpha immediately.
Okay, level up again. Well, I stunned them for way too long.
Loading.
For this to be a Definiero. Oh, okay, I've got a new enemy.
Let's go.
Well, didn't work out at all.
Reload.
There we go.
Bunny, Descendant, do you copy?
Yeah, I copy.
We've received the sitrep from Kingston. How the hell did this happen? Do my staff still think this is all a coincidence?
What exactly do you mean by that, Alpha?
Things went south as soon as the guide arrived in Kingston. And not only that, but it seems the Vulgus are after the same target as we
I
are.
can't?
Alpha, that's probably because
Really?
the enemy has the Iron Heart. I don't
Aw,
think it has
bro.
anything to do with the guide.
Such a
We'll
shame.
have answers once we investigate the Ancestors' facility.
It's too late for that. The Vulgus have surrounded the facility. Descendant, we need you to retake the base seized by the enemy. HQ will review the direction of the operation in the meantime. Over and out.
Okay, I just turned on my stream to try this game, but I'm way too sleepy, and this game seems to be way too bad, so I'm just going to sleep, to be honest. And I'm gonna try this game after I wake up, okay? See you guys in the next one. Sorry for the ultra short stream. Peace. At least I managed to fix some shit, right? So it wasn't that bad, right? Right? Surely. I hope so, at least. Peace.